Sorry, the person that asked the question is the person here. Oh, okay. While we're waiting.
All right, we're back. We're back. Divide.
Okay, guys. I don't really want to take much of your time. We just have to move. Okay, I think it was Anne that asked the question. I think she just joined. So I'll just answer her questions, then we move so we don't really take much of our time. Okay. So Anne, your question, I'm still trying to. So once these miners actually solve the transaction, you get, once they're able to solve these mathematical problems, they now send the copy to other nodes on the Bitcoin network. So they have a copy of your transactions, you understand? So this is very, very important. That's why we say it's a distributed ledger, which contains records, which contains information and transactions on the blockchain. So a very good example of let's say blockchain use cases, that's what we're going to be treating right now. And I believe we've just been hearing about crypto blockchain. I want to just make it an example. Let's say we use the blockchain for, let's say we use it for elections. It is very, 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 very going to be free and fair because if I'm voting for Buhari, it's going to show no one can actually tamper with my records. If someone here is voting for Goodluck Jonathan, no one can actually tamper with that because it is actually open. So if we're going to be voting, we're going to be using a public blockchain, which is very open and everyone can access, everyone can see transactions that were done on the blockchain. You understand? So it is open for everyone. You can see who you voted for. You can see when you voted and the party you voted for. So it is very, very, very open. And this is where technology is going to. This is where the world is going to. This is where everything that has to do with money, data, that's the direction they are going into. Nigerian custom, they're actually using the blockchain technology to monitor things coming into the country and all the rest, you understand? So they use a whole lot of them, InterSwitch, a whole lot of big companies out there, Shell, which other one again? There are a whole lot of them that use the blockchain technology, Visa, MasterCard, I think they're working on something like that. So a whole lot of companies have actually started using the blockchain technology. So when the internet came out some years ago, the likes of Mark Zuckerberg, a whole lot of them used the opportunity of, building on the internet, like making it available for everyone to have access to it. Guess what? Today, those guys are the big shots, right? Those guys are the hot cakes right now. Facebook is doing well, and Google is doing well. Okay, BlackBerry, I don't know about BlackBerry. A whole lot of those applications that came out, those guys are now big guys. They saw the opportunities and they grabbed it. So this technology is actually the technology for the future, the technology for everyone to, key in and, be part of this stuff that is big. So I'll be talking about another use case of the blockchain. I want you guys to have a very clear understanding about blockchain and how it works. Sorry, let me admit this person. Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen with you guys. I'll be talking about a perfect example of a third generation blockchain. like I said about first generation blockchain was Bitcoin, and Bitcoin blockchain was not very fast, not scalable, and it was very, very costly because it has a lot of clogging on the network, which brought about the fees being expensive. So that brought about what do you call it? Second generation blockchain like Ethereum, which came and could still not scale. So that brought about third generation blockchain. We also have fourth generation. We also have fifth generation. But Algorand is actually very cool because Algorand is actually it's actually a hybrid blockchain. It means it has the public and the private blockchain. You understand? So it is very, very okay for everyone to use. You get for companies, for the banking sectors to actually play around with. You understand? So this is very, 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 very important for businesses, for everyone to come around and be part of it. So, like I said, for decentralization to okay, centralization has to do with someone having a say on, like, let's say we use I use our country for example. The banks, the central banks controls everything that has to do with transaction in the banks whatsoever you get. So the central bank, anything they say, that is what is it. That's like the final you get. So that is a centralized system. Whatsoever they say, no one can just come and say, hey, you can't do this or you can't. Oh God. Can we just mute our mic? Oh, can we mute our mic? Oh God. So the Algorand is a high performance next generation blockchain that uses the proof of stake. And like I said, it's actually the blockchain 3.0. And what blockchain 3.0 was trying to solve the problems with scalability and speed. You understand? Of Ethereum and Bitcoin. Bitcoin was slow, and it's still slow. Not like it's faster now. So the load, this Algorand was created to reduce the load on the Bitcoin network and the Ethereum network. So Algorand was created to solve such problems, to make transactions faster, like super fast, and also maintaining security and also decentralization. You understand? So, like I said, centralization has to do with having a central authority, like everybody is connected to one center. Oh, good. Sorry. Okay. So, everyone is connected to one person, and that one person is the one making decision for everyone, and nobody has a say. So that's what the centralized system was actually doing. But in a decentralized system, everyone have a say. We all have a say. If Baba, you're not doing well, I don't think this thing you're trying to do is not going to be good for our network or something. Please, can you do this? Can you do that? We'll now vote and say, okay, we want this, we want that. You understand? But in a centralized system, you don't have a say. Whatsoever is that guy says up there is final. So using the decentralization of the Algorand, people that have a say here, people with the Algorand token or the Algorand coin. Let me use the word coin so you guys can understand. Algorand is also a cryptocurrency. Ethereum is a cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. I said before, cryptocurrencies are around 7,500 of them with their different use cases. But Algorand is also a cryptocurrency and the blockchain 3.0. And it is very, 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 very important that we all, okay. So it's very, very important that we all know about Algorand and the problems it tries to solve. So I'll go to the next slide. Sorry. Please, if you have any question, please do well to drop in the chat section. I will answer them shortly. So what is the Algorand all about? What's the key features of the Algorand? It's actually a pure proof of stake. Like I said earlier, proof of stake are people with a lot of the Algorand. They have a say to the blockchain. They contribute. They make decisions on the Algorand blockchain. For Bitcoin, people that make decisions on the Bitcoin network are the miners, the people who confirm transactions. You get, those are the people that make a say or say something or try to make the Bitcoin network more safe and cool. Same thing with Ethereum too. The miners who have a say. So anyone can be a miner, but it's kind of expensive, and you need power to be able to do all those. Nigeria doesn't have that that power to be able to mine cryptocurrency like the Bitcoin and Ethereum. But you can mine others. There are some that are mineables, like mineable, like which one? Electronium. You can mine that one with your phone. I think they've stopped mining. So that's by the way. So
can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I always thought that mining Bitcoin is a function of the kind of computer you're using, which is powerful enough to solve the complex and harsh algorithms needed to mine.
Yeah. Of course.
Because you said something like Nigeria, they don't have the power to
mine
something like that.
For you to be able to get a reasonable Bitcoin that is worth something, you have to be able to set up mining rigs. And these mining rigs, the special computers are not just one. We're talking about GPUs, we're talking about CPUs, we're talking about maybe after, I wish I could share. Let me see if I can. Let me share how.
Ant miner.
Let me see if I can share this screen of how a mining farm looks like. So you can see what I'm trying to say. Oh God. So it's not just only special computers. You also need GPUs, CPUs, and for you to be able to mine something very, very reasonable, you get. So I'll share my screen. So okay. So this is how a Bitcoin mining farm looks like.
Wow.
Not bad.
That's some lots of GPUs there.
Nah.
Yeah.
So many.
So
wow.
That's it. So
Use
I
this
don't think
GP and render videos. Kai.
you could see this. You can't set this up in Nigeria because of the power supply and all the rest. So it's a no-no. So
But a private individual can have sufficient power. Let's say he has his own means of getting power. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to think. I don't think electricity won't be. But I'm saying that I don't think electricity will necessarily be a problem now. It will just be the person
you need this system to run, right? You need to solve problems, right? You need to solve the arithmetic algorithm, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're running this, for you to mine Bitcoin, You have to solve these problems for you to be profitable.
Yeah.
If you don't solve these arithmetic problems, why are you now running a mining farm? You get what I'm trying to say now. So as you're running the mining farm, as you're able to solve a particular algorithm, you understand, you'll be rewarded by, because right now I think it's 6.25 BTC. If you're able to solve the algorithm, the Bitcoin network rewards you 6.25 Bitcoin right now.
That's
had
some serious talk. So
that's like I don't know, that should be around $60,000-$70,000. You understand? For just
Wow.
doing that. So the more you keep doing that, the more you want to add more GPUs and CPUs to your farm.
Yeah.
For you to be able to mine faster than others, because you're not just the only person doing this. You understand?
Yeah.
So somebody out there wants to do something faster for him to be able to solve this mathematical
More and more
problem on
problems.
time
Yeah.
and make his own money. You understand? So that's how it is. So every 4 years, the difficulty of mining Bitcoin increases. I don't know if you guys heard about halving, Bitcoin halving. I don't know if you heard about Bitcoin halving. So every 4 years, they reduce the minting of new Bitcoin, or the rewards being given to the miners. You understand? As of last year, it was around 12. So this year made it to the 4th year, and we also had the Bitcoin halving, which actually reduced the rewards for miners, which brought about 6.25 Bitcoin now. So in the next 4 years too, the 6.25 will be reduced. So this will actually help to reduce the amount of Bitcoin in circulation, making it have more value.
Okay.
You understand? So if there's too much money in circulation or too much Bitcoin in circulation, it won't really make sense. So it's pre-organized, it's like they've actually done the calculation and make sure everything is cool and well set out. You understand?
Okay.
So this will not bring about too much Bitcoin in circulation, and like what is actually happening. You could see Bitcoin was around 2.9, was around 115 naira, and today we are talking about 3.7 million naira for one Bitcoin. So you could see over the years it has appreciated. Okay, so that's what it was created for, and Bitcoin is actually a store of value. So that's why many people still use Bitcoin. If Bitcoin wasn't a store of value, I think Bitcoin would not be among well known. If something else comes out and becomes the next store of value, I don't think Bitcoin will see daylight. You know why? Because it's still slow, it's still not scalable. You understand? So Algorand actually was created to solve such problems. Algorand is fast, scalable for billions of users. You understand? Fast transactions, and also permissionless. It's public too. You understand? You can transact, you can send, you can build your businesses on the Algorand blockchain. If you're a bank or you belong to the banking or the finance sector, you guys can use their private blockchain. You can use their, you can use everything that has to do with their blockchain. So it's really, 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 really cool for you guys to work with them if you want to do that. So that's how it works. So I've talked about the proof of stake permissionless. I've talked about the fast transactions that it offers, and it's borderless. It means you can transact with anybody in the world. There's no, okay, we're in Africa or we're in America or we're in whatsoever, wherever we are, you understand? So this actually helps in transactions wherever you are in the world, and it's really, really cool. So we're talking about 1,000 transactions per second. That is really, really cool. I don't think our banks are able to do this, right? No bank. I can't tell you a bank that can actually do 1,000 transactions per within 4 seconds, the block time, you understand? So the Algorand is super, super cool, very cool for businesses, smart contracts, who want to run a business, bro, or what, or sister, you can run on the Algorand blockchain. So this is really, really cool. You could see some of the use cases here. Decentralized finance, decentralized applications, the health sector, stable coin, you get like Theta and so on. So the health sector, some people will still wonder how can the health sector be built on the blockchain? How is there any correlation? Okay, let me talk about the health sector here. Let's say Mr. A came to the hospital and he wrote his details down, and at the end of the day, we are looking for the paper and all the rest. We can't find it, or his record, or the former doctor that attended to him, they can't find the file or stuff like that. So with the blockchain, you can enter the person's record, his blood group, his age, the disease or whatsoever that happened to him is saved on the blockchain. You get. So anybody anywhere can just have access to it. Okay, so name, they type his name and it is there for the next doctor to use it. You understand? So details, like I said, blockchain, the Algorand blockchain works for every sector where that involves money and data. Data in quotes has records, like I said, records. So it's not just only about transaction on the blockchain. It has to do with records too. So in the health sector, in your in the health sector, in also the political sector too, it works in that way. Just imagine you give there's some money for project for your government. You give an amount of money to the government. Okay, I want you people to use this 5 billion naira to build roads and all the rest. You understand? In a centralized system, someone can just come write something and say, we've used this money to do all the road. Though. Besides, you're even owing us 2 billion naira self. We had to use from our pocket. You understand? There's no
masters or PhD or regular.
So there's no way you can actually track where this money went to. So it is very, very important that we use the blockchain for our political system, for the health sector, even for education. The education system is very, very important. Our exams records, our certificates, exams, the students' informations, these are stored on the blockchain. So in case of a fire outbreak, in case of theft whatsoever, you can always have your information back. They're all stored on the blockchain. And remember, the blockchain is untampered. You can't tamper with information on the blockchain. So it's very, very, very important if you want to build, if you want to integrate the blockchain to your businesses, to your organization, use the Algorand blockchain. So there are a lot of them, but you also have to consider speed. You also have to consider scalability. Scalability has to do with the ability to scale a large number of people in the world. So Algorand has this very nice future or features for everyone, businesses and organization. So you can get the Algorand wallet. If you've not gotten one, you can get them. The Algorand wallet is available on, they have their own wallets. You can see some of the Algorands on Trust Wallet, Ledger Wallets, Algo Wallets. You can buy some, and they're available on Binance. Binance is an exchange where you can buy cryptocurrencies and sell them. You can see some on Gates.io, OKS, and a lot of them. So you can buy and stake some of the cryptocurrencies. So the more you stake, the more you get rewarded too. So staking is also like mining. You understand? But for the staking, it's just like you having your coin in your wallet, just doing nothing, right? So the coin is just in your wallet, just there, while it appreciates and gives you a good reward. So, do you have any question? I saw somebody's hands up. Was it Madu? Read one. Hello,
Yes,
Madu.
but I'm already cleared.
Okay,
Okay.
I have a question.
All right. Go on.
Two questions actually.
Okay.
Number one is these beautiful pictures of Algorand.
Yeah.
Are we to say the limitation of Algorand is that you can't store, it can be used as a store value like Bitcoin?
It's actually a store value too. You understand? Because
But you said if we have something that is faster, scalable, and is also a store value like Bitcoin, then it should have probably overrode Bitcoin over time. How old is Algorand?
Algorand is not really old, but Bitcoin has been there. Everyone, like, it had been there since 2009. Over the time people knew about it. It was even very popular, and people were like, okay, this guy has been from 0.03 to around $9,600. It got to about $20,000 in 2017. So people are like, if this guy can do this, why don't I just, maybe when it's slow, I buy a lot of it and just keep it, it appreciates, and I make my profit from it. So that is what people do. Like, if I'm trying to send, let's say $300 to someone, the fees are high, very, very high. It even takes time. Like, sometimes it takes like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Imagine I'm doing a business using Bitcoin as a means of payment. It's really, really going to affect me, you understand? Because I need the money. I've given you your service. Let me have my money and go. You understand? But with Algorand, we're talking about transaction speed of 4 blocks per second. It means the transaction rate is super fast and it's cheap. You might not even spend close to 100 naira. Can't even spend close to 50 naira. I'm talking about.
Okay, so so you're saying it's a store value. It's a store value. This
all
coin
cryptocurrencies are store value. But when you talk about the main store value, we're talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is actually that's the only thing right now Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin at the end of the day falls back to, let's say, $10, a whole lot of people, I repeat, a whole lot of people will sell their Bitcoin for another cryptocurrency, Algorand or any altcoin.
Okay.
You get,
Okay, so the second question, I've experienced a huge loss in Bitcoin. That was around 2017 or 2016 there, but when it rose to almost 15,000 US dollars.
15,000, okay.
Yeah, so is it the halving that causes the momentary dip?
Is it what?
The halving.
Okay.
Bitcoin halving. You explained something about Bitcoin halving, and it's about to take place again this year.
No, it has already taken place this year.
They're already taking place.
Yeah. That was
okay.
Is it May 12th?
Okay.
Yeah.
So immediately after the halving, is there always a how should I put it now?
Like a spike in the price.
A spike in the price. Does the halving cause a momentary dip, like the price going down?
Yes, sometimes.
Because we're experiencing that right now.
Yeah, it happens, you get, because these miners are actually selling off their cryptocurrency. Like, selling off their Bitcoin, you get.
Okay.
Like, it's actually like, how will I put it now? they were getting 12 Bitcoin some years ago before the halving, which brought about them halving the Bitcoin, the reward, into 6.25. You understand? So they feel, wow, everyone is really excited. Everybody's happy. Okay, we are going to a new high and all the rest. So all they have to do is just to come and dump all they have and collect the profit. You understand? That's
So-
like another way for them to get their money. You know, they're at loss. Not like they're at loss, because before they were receiving 12 and now they are receiving 6.25. But
6.25.
after that
Now,
comes the next
it
spike.
goes up.
Yeah.
So we're expecting another spike right now. Here comes my big question, or here comes my thinking or my thought pattern. We're experiencing a next spike right now. Bitcoin is around 9,005 or 6 US dollars. So
I think
9.7.
Yeah.
So we should be expecting it going up to 20,000 US dollars in a couple of months or years, whatever. Now my question is, what is now the future of altcoins with such like for Algorand? What's the future of Algorand? How are they going to survive the market right now with this coming up?
All right.
Because the value of Bitcoin is going to increase so much. So how are you going to convince someone to start investing in altcoins, e.g. Algorand? Why this is running?
Okay. So for a crypto coin, for an alternate coin, because any coin after Bitcoin is called an altcoin. For altcoins to actually survive, or for them to do very well, they must have cool use cases. Like I said, I don't know if you heard of Theta, a stable coin.
Yeah, a stable coin.
Yeah, you know they work with the Algorand. That's one use cases of the Algorand. Do you know that?
No, I'm just hearing about that.
Okay.
Algorand.
Yeah. So that's a very cool example of a use case using the Algorand blockchain. So just imagine Theta, for example. Everybody's using Theta. Like I use Theta, especially when there's deep.
Theta is very good. Yeah, everybody has to.
You understand? So tell me why Algorand will suffer. You understand? The country Malta. I don't know if you heard of Malta Island, like the capital of blockchain in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have it in their political system. They run with the blockchain. Like the whole of Malta, the island, they use that for this thing. IDEX, I don't know, one decentralized exchange too. So Algorand has a whole lot of use cases. So the more people tend to use those use cases, those use cases tend to push the price of Algorand up, whether Bitcoin is doing fine or not. Algorand is surviving and it's actually doing so well. You get.
Okay.
So I will show you. Let me show you the use cases of Algorand, so you can have a clearer picture. I don't know if you can see my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the use cases. Imagine Stone what chairs. Theta is here, Planet Watch. Like these are the cool use cases. Blockchain, the blockchain that I use for payments.
Blockchain.
You understand?
Blockchain
yeah, you understand. So this is scaling to a whole lot of people, billions of people in the world. Billions of people in the world. So you get all these use cases are so cool and so important that Algorand is like the boss. It's an hybrid blockchain. It has a private and a public blockchain. You understand?
Thank you. Where have you been since?
Me?
How much are you talking about? Yes, now, as in this knowledge, I'm just getting it now. Wow, Pastor Efe, thank you for this. It's helping me a lot. Thanks. All right.
You're welcome.
People now.
So that's one cool special thing about the Algorand. So we have, Omwegbe Iweka, please ask your question.
I've been the one asking since. I just dropped the hand now.
Okay. So, if you're a developer here, please can you just signify, or any developer here in our midst, developer. We are actually looking for developers to work, and there's actually a program for developers to earn some money for themselves. So if you're a developer here, let me get the link for you guys. I'll go around. If you have a friend who is a developer, you guys can come together, look for problems that involves money and data in Nigeria, especially our elections. Our election is suffering. Our politicians are not doing well. You give them money and the next thing, and our president, it is fake results and all the rest. Imagine we have this data on the blockchain. You could imagine how cool it would be. We just go to the blockchain, type for Mr. President. Okay, Baba did not write for EC. Okay, step down. Yeah, sir, you didn't actually write for EC. You understand? So it is really, 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 really cool. Okay, sir.
Okay, I wanted to chip in something based on this issue.
Okay.
People who want to do this whole blockchain, whatever it is, as regards the election, as regards our government, there are many people who want to do it. But the question is, will the Senate approve? So that one is, they won't even bother approving. It's not as if we know these are things we want to do. Because even as we were talking about, as we were giving us this lecture now, I've just been thinking of it. There's a part you mentioned where it's being used during elections, and I thought of it, I was like, wow, the Senate will never approve because they know what is going to happen. They know that they don't have a chance.
The government is actually...
they won't bother approving it.
Yeah. The government is always fighting something very, very good. But deep down, most of them are the ones buying cryptocurrencies. The banks too are the ones buying cryptocurrencies. But they'll preach and tell you, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Yes. They want to have general control, general centralization. They just want to be the people there. You come to them for anything you want. They control your money. You don't... Can you imagine they will even restrict you from withdrawing your own money?
Yes.
So
very painful.
Those are the problems we have in Nigeria. So Nigeria is actually going very fine, and I think we are moving in that direction of looking for or creating problems, sensitizing our youth. It is very, very important. That's what I've been doing. I've been trying as much as possible to go around universities because I believe those guys are there in the universities. If we can get the university students, they can actually channel these informations to their parents, their friends, their uncles, and all the rest. So that's my own place of where I pass my information to. If I can't do it on the TV or whatever, or the radio, those guys are people I reach out to be able to push this information out. So it's really, really good. So I'll share the link now. If you have a developer or a friend, you guys can just come together, put your head together, and look for use cases. And Algorand is going to grant your project and your use cases using the blockchain. So it's very, very, very important. So I'll be sharing the link now to you guys. Just give me a little time. So if you know anybody, please share the link to them. You can join their team. You guys can think and come up with such use cases. So I'm sharing it now to everyone. So just copy it before the meeting ends now. So feel free to apply for the Algorand Foundation grant. The least you can earn is around $1,000, the least.